So, even smoke weed and pray. You have any questions right now? Feel free to ask a question. Um, I want to tell you a little bit about why I decided to do Weed Ministry Bible Study, and it's because I wanted to help things. I wanted to help people understand better what God is talking about in the Bible. This plant, weed. One second, hold on. Thank you, Yahweh. Um, oh yeah, I always talk about this. Look, if you are in a position where you can smoke weed, you should be thanking Yahweh every day because you know He made this, right? You know He made this. It wasn't made in no lab. You know, it don't have no. It has no bad side effects. Everything about it is amazing. Everything's about it is amazing. Um, God knew that we was gonna need some things like this in our life. Just one second. See, some of y'all people just think that smoking marijuana is just getting high. You don't get high. But it was way deeper than that. It's way deeper than that. This plant has been around since the days of the Egyptians. Okay? The Egyptians. The Egyptians are the reason that, well, let me rephrase that. The Africans, the blacks, um, time comes from Africa, algebra comes from um, Africa, technology, logic, the essence of a lot of just understanding came from the motherland. Okay. They built pyramids. You know what I'm saying? They built pyramids. They don't know how they make pyramids today, and we got cell phones. They were smoking weed. I think they were smoking weed all the time. I think that smoking weed was the equivalence of drinking water. I think that weed is borderline the tree of life in the Bible. Borderline the tree of life. Because it truly unlocks a lot of things within you that is hard for you to control or whatever it may be when you're sober. I think all these other crazy drugs that was made by man, anything made by man shall fall. Well, guess what? Marijuana, but heroin, crack, cocaine and all that. My man, now mushrooms, that was made by God. But I just think I don't think we're just supposed to eat that stuff. I don't even think that's supposed to be right. But anything that helps you to stop thinking about what you can't do and start thinking about what you can do, some good stuff. We minister Bible study. It's amazing. Yep, it's amazing. So I'm high as crap, but um, man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Listen, ministry means to serve. You know what I'm saying? It means to serve. It means to be willing to make, do, create, and deliver what people need. It's being willing to adapt and adjust to the environment. So what you have can be given to the person that needs to hear it. For anybody out there want to per se judge me because I'm trying to speak about the truth, the word of God, but yet I'm holding the blunt in my hand, something that was made by him, something that still to this day is saving people. Whatever. 1 second. I need to relight that real quick. So ministry is being real. Being a servant of Yahweh is being who you are, but yet still claiming his name, which most of you guys don't know his name. It's not Jesus. It's not Jesus, which is actually pronounced incorrectly. If you're basing it off of what you think you're basing it off of, is actually pronounced Jesus. You ask any Hispanic that you think name is Jesus, he said his name is not Jesus, he said his name is Jesus. You ask any person of Latin descent, it is not Jesus, it's Jesus. So Jesus is Greek and it means hail Zeus. And Jesus derived from a Greek pagan god by the name of Esus, which you can find in the first edition of King James Bible called the 1611 King James Bible, which most of you pastors probably don't even have. But anyway, this is just me kind of ranting right now, but our Savior's name is not a pagan god's name by the name of Jesus, which we still say correctly as Jesus. But that's not even his name. That's the name of a Greek pagan god. Our Father, our Savior, our Messiah, his name that he was called when he walked upon the earth, his true name is a derivative of his father's name. I don't know if derivative was the right word. I'm just high, but basically, his name, his father's name is in his name. Let me explain that real quick. In the olden days, when a man had a son, the son would take on part of his father's name so that when he went throughout society and people say, "Who are you?" they're asking you, "What tribe are you with? What clan are you with?" What house do you represent? Who's your king? So when they say, "Who are you?" they're asking you, like, tell me something that's going to help me know if I should kill you or not, basically. If I should kill you or fight you or not fight you. I need to basically know, are you a friend or are you an enemy? So who are you? So that's what "who are you" really comes from. It was never coming from a good place. It was coming from a place of, okay, are we about to fight? Like, who's your father? Who you kin to? Who are you? It was the it was their internet was already knowing who's around, who's connected to what. That's very important to understand what I'm saying right now, because if you don't understand the question that demands the answer, which is the name, then you won't even understand the purpose of the name, if you're following me. So you first have to understand the question, and the question is, who are you? And because of how we think because of today's time, when someone say, "Hey, who are you?" We're just saying we just want to know your name. No, originally when we say "who are you," where it was really coming from is, are you a friend or are you an enemy? So I'm very intense about wanting to know, are you? Because this is a serious moment. Because from this point forward, we're going to affect each other's lives in a good way or in a bad way. So who are you? So it was imperative for a son to have a name that's associated to where he was from or where he's from. So if he's walking about by himself and someone comes along and they say, "Who are you?" he can say, "I am John's son. I'm John's son." Or, "I'm the son of John." Okay? "I am the son of John. I'm John's son. I am John's son the second. I am John's son the fifth." Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, you're good to go. Continue. I know Johnson. I know John. That's basically where that comes from. That's how last names came about. You know, your last name was really a representation of what your family was known for in the community. So you had a name associated with what you did. So let me say this, let me explain this to you. The name itself is not the source of who are. The name, the title, blacksmith. Blacksmith is not, it wasn't the name in the beginning. Blacksmith was the need. Well, I'm gonna explain myself. The blacksmith comes second. The name, the title, whatever the title is, it's second to what is already in motion. Okay? So your action produced your title. So you can't say I'm a doctor, but yet you don't live the life of a doctor. You can't say I'm a pastor, but yet don't live the life of a pastor. You can't say I'm a wife, but don't act like a wife. You can't say I'm a husband, but don't act like a husband. You have to act like what you want. You know what I'm saying? You have to act like you have to be it. You have to just really be it, not act, because act is temporary. You have to train yourself, condition yourself to be the title that you want to claim. And a lot of times the title is not something that you give yourself, but it's something that other people give you because they see your consistency. So if you're in a community in the olden days and you're naturally doing something that you've always done and it just so happened to be a blacksmith making metals, making armor, you just start doing the work. You don't even tell nobody that's what you do. You just start working. You start building your stuff. As a matter of fact, it's like 50 other families that are blacksmiths in the community. But you're not necessarily doing it for money because you're not acting like you love to be a blacksmith. Like you're the best blacksmith. Like it's 50 there, but there's none that are making the design and details and all the little intricacies that you're doing on it. And you're not even trying to get prices. You're just great at what you do. And because you're so great at being passionate about the little intricacies when everybody else are doing just the basics, when all the other blacksmiths are just having that appearance of a blacksmith, when everybody else are just like, you know what, I know that blacksmiths make money, so let me learn a little bit about being a blacksmith so I can make that money too. But they're not passionate about it. They're just doing it because they see this a way to make money. But then you got the blacksmith that it's not even caught in the world, not even caught up in the world. That blacksmith is just making those designs, making those unique artifacts, those unique trinkets that they're just thinking about while they're sleeping. Every time they eat, they're thinking about another way to reach and teach, and another way to do all type of carvings and stuff. When all the other blacksmiths that's in the environment are just doing the bare minimum, but claiming the title of something that they're not qualified for, claiming the title of something that they need to bow down to, which is the blacksmith, the one that eats, sleeps, you know, um, being a blacksmith. So same thing with ministry and ministers out here. There's a lot of ministers out here. A lot of people have the appearance of a blacksmith, but they're not passionate about being a blacksmith. You got the real blacksmiths that don't have tools, that the best advantage point in the community, that dealing with a lot of other personal issues just because of the social status. With all that, a true blacksmith will engineer his own tools out a way to mend and bend and do all the things he need to do to make uh, the products that he's going to make, so that when people finally come across his work, it is true quality. It's true, like it's just built with love, and that feel that when they touch it, and that makes and moves them to want to pour into that blacksmith. And so I say all that to say, I have no idea. I'm high as hell right now, but um, about being passionate. You're gonna do ministry. Ministry is not textbook. Ministry is not um, it can't be put in a box because ministry is Yahweh. Yeah, ministry is the spirit. You know, it always says Yahushua, which is the name of Christ. Yeah, that was last time with the name. There we go. Came back to me. So your name, remember, here we go. Your name represents um, who you are, who supports you, who has your back. So in those days, you didn't have a driver license. You didn't have, any documents on you. All thing you had was a name, a name, and that name, once again, oh, that's how he's coming back to me. Thank you, Yahweh. But the name protected you. The name made people aware of who you represent or who represents you. So our Savior's name is not Jesus, which people say as Jesus. No. Our Savior's real name is Yah Hashua, not Joshua, because the letter J did not exist. The sound of the letter J did not exist until 1534 by an Italian guy by the name of Gan Giorgio Tresacino. He is considered or called the father of the letter J. He submitted the sound and submitted his findings to, I forgot the council, whatever, that's over language and all of that, whatever. But he's called the father. He is considered the father of the letter J. But the letter J did not exist until 1534. So Christ's name could not have been Jesus. It wasn't Jesus. It was Yah Hashua, which means I am the son of Yah, Yahweh. I am the son of Yah. I am the son of God. So when the Pharisees, the high level priests, Jews came before Christ, gotta take a call.